Good evening, good evening, and grand rising to all my overseas brothers and sisters and all my in-state melanated brothers and sisters. Hey, everybody doing out there tonight, man? Welcome to another episode of Being Conversations. Today is Thursday. How everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Hey, first and foremost, man, let me give a big ups to all my moderators, man. I got some of the best moderators in the game. I got some of the best moderators in the game. Y'all know who they are. Oh, wait a minute. I think I messed up. Hold on. I messed up. Hold on. First and foremost, let me give a big thanks to all my followers, fans, viewers, and subscribers. That's first and foremost. That's first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and come up the video. Secondly, now let's get back to it, man. I'm on this right tonight, y'all. Big ups to the best moderators in the game. Y'all know who they are. Young boy Maya Bucks, Master Teacher Fox Dot, TLS, my boy Preston McKenzie, aka P-Mac, Club Can't Get In, Coach Ricky, Big Frank, Gary Bear, Mad, Diablo, you know what I'm saying? And my big bro, Professor Remo, bringing up the river show, man. Also, can't forget about the queens. We got the First Lady, Miss Gigi Gaming Palace. We got Miss Star Wars Marcus, LLC. We got Miss Asha Brooks. And last but not least, we got Miss CC, Craven, Carefully, y'all. Hey, man, big ups to all my moderators, man. Big ups to all my peoples, man, that tune in and watch me every night, man. I appreciate y'all. I really do appreciate y'all. Hey, don't forget to check out Lynn Chicago Pizza, y'all, 501 East 61st Street, located right here in Chicago, Illinois. We got Dan Soul Food and Bakery, 2523 West 79th Street, also in Chicago, Illinois. And if you're over east, check out the Urban Lux Cafe. Man, they got something going on every Wednesday through Thursday for the people, man, 2911 East 79th Street. And if you're in the suburbs, man, and you want some grown folks relaxation, don't forget to check out Cafe where grown folks play, 17553 South Kedzie in Hazelcrest, Illinois. And if you're sick, man, if you're in town and you're coming from out of town, man, don't forget to check out the House of Health and Wellness. They say too far for me, man. Located 1400 Torres Avenue, Suite 213, man. And when y'all get there, let them know Bearded Conversations sent you. Hey, so y'all, let me get my notes and shit together, man, and hit y'all with the theme song, man. And y'all just cruise and hang in for me, man. Hey, I see we got my peoples back.
Yeah, we coming off the block with this one. Yes, sir. Yeah. What up, man? Uh-huh. Yeah.
And big ups to my newest moderator, man, my baby girl Imani in the building. Oh, DC back in the building.
Bearded Conversation, homie, tap in.
Hey, we gonna play nice tonight, y'all. We gonna play nice tonight. But I do got a couple of questions.
They love it, but don't judge us. Damn. Got it off the block, forming a dynasty from a rock. Laid back in the cut, press play, can't get enough. Yo, let's chop it up in every location. A Bearded Conversation, opportunity keep knocking like child support payments. Started from the bottom like basements, now we famous. Podcast official, the topic will probably hit you from a distance like a pistol. Subscribe so you can listen to survival of the fittest. We talking it how we living it. Rolling like a dealership, managing several businesses. T-shirts, podcast, no, you don't need a membership. Just follow us on YouTube, Knowledge Supreme Infinite. Chicago got us dipping, excited. Let's talk.
Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button while y'all in the building.
You can holler or leave it in the comments, debate it, just being honest. Chicago topics, worldwide views, we supersonic, big gang of conquer, circle back round like every week. Tell a friend off the block, it's where we meet. Bearded Conversation, homie.
Got a bit of history in the background. The Chicago Defender.
And the world's greatest. Broadcasting live and they love it, but don't judge us. Got it off the block, giving it back to hood lovers. Bearded Conversation, homie, tap in. Why you hating? You already know we locked in the world's greatest. Broadcasting live and they love it, but don't judge us. Got it off the block, giving it back. Come on. The hood lovers. Giving it back. The hood lovers. Broadcasting live. Bearded Conversation off the block, giving it back. 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 Yo. Welcome to another episode of Bearded Conversation. I am your host, Beard Genghis Khan, aka the Khan Man, BKA Mr. BGK. How everybody doing, man? Welcome to another episode. Today is Thumpin Thursday. We in the building once more, man. We in the building once again once more. Hey, big ups, man, to
Oh man, we got some people in the chat tonight, man. We got brother DC then came back, Imani, Adrian, man. Big ups to y'all, big ups to everybody else. I see you out there, P Mac. Hey man, first and foremost, man, y'all know how I like to start the show off, man. Let's keep everybody in our thoughts, prayers, views, and meditations. Let's keep everyone in our thoughts, our prayers, views, and meditations. One last time, let's keep everyone in our thoughts, prayers, views, and meditations. Again, it's a lot going on out here, man. So, people we come in contact with on a day-to-day basis, people we're cordial with, our families, our extended families, and more especially our bearded conversation families, you know what I'm saying? Of course, you guys know, man, I just lost a relative. My oldest aunt just passed away yesterday. So, and again, you guys, my family as well. So, eh, you, you, it, I'm okay, but it's Miss Asha Brooks, hey best friend, so it's just, that's why I push that, man. We never know what's gonna go on and what's gonna happen with anybody out there. You know what I'm saying? Especially the people that we connect with. You know what I'm saying, through this internet and the bonds and stuff that we built. You know what I'm saying? So, man. Like I say, man, let's keep each other in our thoughts, prayers, views, and meditations. Also, man, let's keep living by these 5 key components, man: love, peace, respect, motivation, and inspiration, because that's what we live by here on Bearded Conversation. Hey, so before we kick anything off, man, and get to it and get into any extra curriculum activities, I got to do this first, man. The thoughts, views, and opinions of Bearded Conversations are the thoughts, views, and opinions of me right now. The thoughts, views, and opinions of Bearded Conversations are the thoughts, views, and opinions of me right now. I don't mean to hurt, harm, or to offend. I don't mean to hurt, harm, or to offend. This video stream is for informational, educational, and entertainment purposes only. Once again, this video stream is for informational, educational, and edutainment purposes only, with the underlying and undertone on edutainment. Don't take any advice given on this video stream or anything shown on this video stream for face value without consulting the proper professional that suits your specific needs. Please do your due diligence. Please do your proper vet work. Please get that second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth opinion, because we don't want you going out here robbing no banks, starting no revolts, telling your boss what he can take, how you turn it sideways, and where to put it. Because you can't get no moolah out of me. And I'm solo dolo, so hey man, big ups to my co-hosts out there too, man. Big ups to L Boogie, who might jump on the stream a little later. He might jump in the building with us, man. Big ups to Roscoe P, and big ups to the co-hostess with the mostest, my little one, AJ, A Jizzle. Big ups, man. And big ups to everybody family out there, man. Big ups to everybody, kids, mothers, fathers, daughters, sons, aunties, uncles, nieces, nephews, things of that sort. Big ups to everybody. Yeah. Miss she says, I'm sorry, Bessie. You on my prayers. My funeral was today. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear. Yeah. Yeah. So we don't know when our funeral, when my aunt's and to you as well, condolences to you as well, best friend. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we don't know. Her daughter came up here from California today. So the family, I guess they met up. You know what I'm saying? I really didn't, I don't, I'm not saying that I just don't do the death thing. My sister was crying yesterday before she was in the hospital, before she texted me about what I'm saying, the passing of my auntie, what I'm saying, like I spoke on, in the beginning of the show. I just don't do the death thing. Not saying that I know it's some shit that's gonna happen and things happen, but me, I just, man, I don't want to get that spirit in me, man. I don't want to get, darkened down, because in essence we should be in the celebration, man. I know it might sound backwards, but I do believe in celebrating, when people pass on, because now they become ancestors. And, I believe in energy, and I believe in energy resonating. And I also believe in energy depleting. And, we as a people don't know how to reach out and grab our resources. We always claim we don't have fucking resources when we do have resources. You know what I'm saying? We just don't know how to tap in and get to those resources. So, and family, that's a start. That's one of the starts. So that's why, we're a family here on Bearded Conversation. That's a start to tapping into your resources. Love, peace, respect, motivation, and being able to inspire. You know what I'm saying? Though that's another component of starting, I'm saying, to tapping into these resources that we claim that we don't have when we have them in abundance. We have them in abundance. We just got to learn how to use them and get to them. Well, get to them and then use them and apply them. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, man, that's just what it is. So I don't know when the funeral gonna be. But when it went now, I will go to the funeral. I just, all that sad shit, crying and everybody in the room. We ain't with all that. Not right now. Not right now. Not right now. Um, but yeah, man, let's get to it. Let's get to it, man. Y'all know it's Thumpin' Thursday, man. Yesterday, yesterday was quite an interesting discussion, man. We had a quite a bit of interesting discussion and quite a few feedbacks from yesterday. You know what I'm saying in the show, and I appreciate everybody for jumping on the stream, giving me that feedback.
Like the video, man. Thumb up the video, man. Like the video, man. Thumb up the video, man.
Like he said, hey, so I know it's Thumping Thursday, right? So we usually on Thumping Thursday. Oh, before I get to this, y'all, let me do this. Hey, this is an open platform. This is an open forum. My stream is an open platform and an open forum. I will be posting a link in the chat periodically throughout the publication. So if anyone wants to come on the stream and join in the conversation by jumping on the panel, feel free to do so. If you want to stay in the chat, feel free to do so as well. There is it's no peer pressure. If you want to stay in the chat, stay in the chat. If you want to come on the stream, I'm on the stream. P Mac said no. But please note, when you do come on the panel, man, we try to be respectable of others' talking time and speaking time when others talk. So, I ain't been saying that lately, but we want to try to respect, saying each other. When one person's talking, we don't want to overtalk or anything of that nature. Because it's hard to, decipher and understand what's going on when everybody trying to get a point across. So, we just want to take our turn and be cordial and show a little bit of decorum, and discipline, when we speaking and having, our discourse. So again, like I say, I will be putting a link periodically in the chat. So if you want to chime in, feel free to do so. Or if you just want to stay in the chat, feel free to do so as well. But what I want you to do, man, the most important thing I need y'all doing, man, is hitting that like button, man, on your way in and on your way out. If you just jump on the stream and you look and you say, oh shit, I don't want to do it, hit that like button. Go ahead and get up out of here. But yeah, so again, like I say, man, anybody's welcome to jump in the discussion. Or if you got a topic of discussion that you would like to talk about or you want it to be heard, feel free, please, to do so. Also, y'all, tomorrow, man, so tomorrow I got an interview set up with Young Boy C. Um, so what I'm going to do is I had a pre-interview, well, another interview set up, but he didn't get back with me in time. So what I'm going to do is, what I'm saying, Bearded Studio. So what I'm gonna do Friday, man, after we do Young Boy C, well, not after, but we're gonna do Young Boy C Friday, and then Saturday, what I'm saying, I'm gonna come on at 9 to 11, and then we're gonna interview, what I'm saying, Ben Crump, what I'm saying, the original person. So we're gonna do a double bubble and then we get right into our spinning, what I'm saying? So I'll be probably up all night tomorrow, man, from 9 to 5. Y'all know how we do on Saturdays, man, for our third shift, man. We spin it. And hey, and we welcome everybody, man. If you know anybody that does music or want to get their music heard or want to get their music displayed and put on the forefront, please invite them to our Saturday stream. And also well, yeah, just please invite them to our Saturday stream. And saying all we ask is just support the channel, man. If you want to get your music heard, come on over and let's get our thing going. Um, good vibes only, good conversation only, good music only. You know what I'm saying? Good music is subjective, so but just good vibes and good conversation only. But anyway, again, today is Thumping Thursday, so usually, man, we take time out to find something to thump on, and we let it rip. But today we gonna do something different. Yes, tomorrow is Friday, so I'm gonna do Bearded Studios on Friday. I know that. So but what I'm saying is I got back-to-back interviews. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the one Friday and then Saturday before I go live with the Bearded After Dark. I'm a Bearded Studios, we're gonna pop up and do another one. So yeah, so that should be interesting, man. You know what I'm saying? Double the workload, which is cool because it makes for good content and good information and good entertainment for the people, because we try to keep it classy over here, what I'm saying? Sometimes we get a little haywire, but we try to keep it, what I'm saying, good business over here. But again, Thumping Thursday, man. So again, we usually try to find something to thump on. Um, but again, I guess we can still keep it like as a mindset. You know what I'm saying? We thumping on mindsets and differences of opinions and understanding. So I got a question. I got a question for men and women. So for the men and women in the chat, you know what I'm saying? I've been having a lot of good conversation lately with some good friends. You know what I'm saying? And they make for interesting conversation. You know what I'm saying? Well, certain topics make for good interesting conversation. So one of the questions, one of the things that came about this conversation because he was watching the show that I had Thursday, not Thursday, Wednesday, yesterday. And he was just like, he was thinking about some things and he asked the question. He said, so he asked, what do you think you can bring to the table for the type of man that you want? Now I'm asking this to the women, and I'm going to ask this to the men. So to the women, what do you think you bring to the table for the type of man that you want, for the type of man that you're trying to attract? And same thing for the men. What do you think that you bring to the table, for the type of woman that you're trying to attract? Now think about what I'm saying. Don't just throw answers out there just to, you know what I'm saying? Because now, just to piggyback off our current well, no, I don't even piggyback off the current or the previous conversation. But again, as a woman, what do you think you bring to the table for the type of man that you want in your life? And vice versa. Same thing for the men. You know what I'm saying? Same thing for the men. See, now, see, brother what the fuck? P-Mac, I ain't never see. Now, P-Mac, this is the first. I ain't never heard you talk like, I ain't never heard you say this, P-Mac. Now, you say you the table. See, now, check this out. You can be the table, and I ain't on nobody's side. This is just an interesting topic of discussion because we trying to understand different mindsets. You know what I'm saying? So we can still thump on, you know what I'm saying? Well, not in a bad way, but just to get an understanding. So you saying you're the table. Okay. You're the table, right? And I ain't saying it's a bad thing because a table is a table. But I don't want no busted up ass bro. Not saying that that's what you are, but some guys come and they say they the table, but they bring a motherfucking table that's got one leg, or a table you got to put a book up under, or it's falling apart, or it's got cracks and dents inside of it. Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you just can't say you the table. Like you a red oak table, like you're a brand new table, well built table, sturdy table. Like now, and to add to that, well, you didn't you didn't specify what, but again, that's why I asked the question. If you're a young lady or older woman, if you're trying to attract or you want a certain type of individual in your life, whether it's the same or the opposite sex, just theoretically speaking, what do you bring? And we're not gonna say that, but what do you have that would entice me or that would keep me what I'm saying, interested in being part of what you got going on? And same thing for the men. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of men, I don't want to like, and I was gonna say that, but you beat me to it. I don't want to hear that on the table because again, you could be a busted, rusty, dusty, broken down, you know what I'm saying? You could be a folding table, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? My one of them joints you can break down, boom, 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 slide up under the table in between the couch and some shit. You know what I'm saying? Them tables don't be too sturdy, especially if you playing, you know what I'm saying, at the man, all night playing spades or some dominoes on them joints, you know what I'm saying? They only got a good couple of weekends in them. You feel me? If you playing with some real spades and domino players, you feel me? So, you know what I'm saying? You want a sturdy table. So are you a sturdy table or are you just a table? Are you a coffee table, dinner table, breakfast table? Like what, you know what I'm saying? Gotta get a little bit more detailed than that. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more detailed than that. But I'm asking this to everybody. P Mac, Miss Asha, brother DC in the chat, Adrian. Man, we got a few people in the chat. Are you a wood? Gonna say wooden. Oh man, you gonna say wooden table. But no, but because a lot of times, man, again, it like I told you guys, I don't believe in a woman versus man thing, and I'm not trying to be in this sector neither. I'm big on family, man, and I'm big on, having a good strong foundation, and I believe you can't do that without family. And I was just on the phone with a brother that was saying that how he's changing his life and he doing things different. He ran into some people that he might have mistreated or he might have done wrong. He said even if they probably deserve that, what I'm saying, he done them wrong, he wanna try to just right and justify what he got going on. So he went on to talking about past relationships. He reach out, he's saying hello, he's being cordial, just checking, being friendly, not necessarily trying to start up any type of relations. But again, he says, I'm changing my life. I'm doing things to reach certain goals and plateaus, and I'm steady striving. You know what I'm saying? So when I reached back out, it wasn't to reach out to try to bring. Now he not, which again, he said, I don't mind helping nobody, but how can I help you if you're not trying to help yourself? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm steady trying to build what I got going on. Why would I stop doing what I'm doing to go over here and self destruct? you know what I'm saying, with this lady, you know what I'm saying? And she steady doing the same things that, was being done, when we was together. And however long we was together, wasn't no progress. As long as I was enabling, what I'm saying, the progression that she was falling into, as long as I was enabling, he was like, I was seen as the best thing in that person's life. But as soon as I started talking against those things and started to say, well, look, these are the changes that I want to make, and these are the things that I want to, reach and subscribe to, he said he became demon. I don't want to use the word demonized, but he became the bad guy, in a way. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not just saying this from the understanding of a male's perspective. You know, I done seen, I seen plenty of females, look after that guy, stand behind that guy, and take care of this brother. And this brother didn't have the proper understanding to get up and stand on his 2 feet and do the things that he needed to do to try to, what I'm saying, make this nucleus be sustainable. Some people, some motherfuckers just like living off people, but that's why I was at. So, but for me, this is why this question came into play about what do you bring to the table? Because again, like I say, it's about family, it's about nucleus. Because you know, like I stated on the other yesterday's show, man, a lot of times, we get together in lustful ways. We don't get together with the understanding of, okay, well, this is how we're going to build our family, and these are the things that we're going to do to keep our family going. Or you know what I'm saying? As far as kids, as far as work, as far as splitting bills, as far as even if it's not splitting bills, even if I'm going to be the one that's going to do this, do that, do third. But then listen, we throwing that yesterday's conversation out the window. We on something else today. But because I just want to, get people minds to open up and expand because, again, like I say, it's about family, man. And a lot of times, family can be the thing that gets you out of what you into. I was watching earlier today, man. I was watching let's Club Shay. Wallow was on there, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, one of the things that kept him going was, he was telling everybody when he was incarcerated that he would change. And he said the biggest thing or the biggest problem. Well, first he was like, him and his brother sell the same cell. Him and his stepfather share the same cell. And it was like, for his grandmother to go back and how grandmothers talk about their kids or grandkids. Oh, he in college, he doing well. He was like it was just disheartening and embarrassing to say that her two grandkids were in the, sharing the same jail cell, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, but he was like he changed his life and he made all these promises to these people. So he was saying like when he got out, his biggest thing was, you know, staying the course and staying that path to stay, what I'm saying, who he knew he was because his grandmama said, well, look, you ain't doing right, you doing wrong. Well, he said, you ain't doing wrong right. So let's see if you could do right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you going out here trying to hit licks and do this shit. You steady get going in and out of jail and being incarcerated. You can't do that shit right. You might as well just let's see if you can do right. You know what I'm saying? But again, that family. So he said that when he got out, his biggest pressure was just not wanting to let people down and wanting to show people that, he was willing not to go through the same shit that he was going through. Again, back to the family thing, also back to the relationship, because when we get together, that shit ain't playing. A lot of times, like I say, it's lustful. We don't think about the future. We're not thinking about planning. A lot of times when we lay down with a woman and she get pregnant, which I do believe is it's both parties' fault, but of course, it's always going to be the woman's fault. And the only reason I'm saying it's the woman's fault because we got to understand this, and women, you got to understand this as well. And I'm not being biased, sexist, or whatever. It's only your fault because guess what? You have to be the one to bear that pain. You have to be the one to carry that child, whether you make the decision keep or not keep it. You know what I'm saying? So that just because you have to carry it, you're more attached. You have a different type of understanding with the childbirth cycle in life. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm not saying that I'm trying to excuse any man for accountability. Like we say, you lay down, and I'm gonna fuck with his accident or not. You still got to step up and man up and do what you need to do to take care of your responsibility. I do so heartily believe in that. You know what I'm saying? But again, I asked the question about what do you bring to the table for the type of person that you want to attract because I want to peep morals and values and I want to see if people have the same common goals. You know what I'm saying? I want to know what we're looking forward towards the future. You know what I'm saying? Like, because, like, we can't, and again, I respect that answer. I'm the table. You know, I respect that answer, brother P Mac. I wasn't saying all that to try to tear down your answer. I wasn't doing that at all. I wasn't saying that to tear down your answer. I was just being, just giving the flip side because man, people can attack it and come at it. But again, like you say, you're a wooden table and you standing firm. You know what I'm saying? So again, like, we just can't say because I got a whatever between my legs that you know I'm it. That's it. That's all. I don't have to bring nothing else because you know what I'm saying. I'm bringing masculinity to the table. You know what I'm saying. I just wanted to hear some of the ideas of how what I'm saying we thinking about approaching the future and approaching this family nucleus. Because we about building over here, man. I want to build. It's never any conversation we have that might seem like it's you know um sacrilegious or too religious or too political or man versus woman or whatever the case, what I'm saying, it could be classified as, or people may perceive it as. You know what I'm saying? It's all about to gain achievement of an understanding of what's going on in our society, in our communities, and how we interact with each other on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? I do think some of these things are important because a lot of times, when you get on the internet, man, or you run into people and you get into certain sectors and sections, um, some of these some of the conversations be a little eh, and for me, I just don't think that shit is true. I believe some of that shit be cap. I believe some of it be, they doing it because they on a stage, they have a platform and they have a stage and they can coast and guide and kind of manipulate, what I'm saying, what's going on and control shit just for, clickbait or just for the likes or just for, what I'm saying, the engagement of people because they know that's what, what I'm saying, our people want to hear versus actually trying to get to the root of the problem and assess what's really going on and combat, how that infiltration even took place, you know what I'm saying, versus just, you know, that's why I do like a lot of these conversations that I see that I don't have necessarily on my show, when we're talking about especially when it comes to family and the melanated family, because I do believe that a lot of times, like like I answer the question, what do I think I bring to the table? You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to tell you that I think I bring stability because I don't know what's going to happen, but I know I bring the willingness, I bring understanding, I bring compassion, I bring anger, I bring everything to the table. Any and anything that you can look out here, warn and experience, I bring all of that to the table. But the thing is, are we as a couple or are we as people going to be able to endure or work some of the things and the problems that we have that's going on with each other out? Can we talk to each other? Can we effectively communicate to each other? Can we sit here and say, well, look, this is what I want and this is what I want, and then are we going to help each other achieve these certain goals and things? You know what I'm saying, in a relationship. Not necessarily, oh, well, she makes the most money, so I'm bowing down to her, and now I feel like this, or I'm making the most money, so all she's supposed to be is butt naked, barefoot, and pregnant. No, because I mean, and that's not saying that that's every guy's ideology of thinking, because guess what? Shit, you might not want kids. You might want to travel the country. You might want to be around, what I'm saying, go around the world 5, 6 times. And, sometimes you can't do that with kids unless, you're a person that's, you out here and you getting that monetary, how you getting it and you making it happen, of course, in a legal way, what I'm saying, a way that's prosperous and a way that's building the community and a way that's helping others, what I'm saying, gain and find resources and wealth as well. You know what I'm saying? And not gatekeeping the shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people like to gatekeep. And I don't necessarily say gatekeep, And when we say gatekeep, not to get off of that, but when we say gatekeep, that's just like shit, you just ain't figured out how to beat the boss. You know what I'm saying? You know how we play video games, man, and we going through certain levels and we get to certain levels and you know how we playing we get to a point on the board. At the end of the board we got to play a certain boss, man, and it might take you fucking 50, 60, 70, 80 times to beat that boss, or you might go get some cheat codes or figure out how to get infinite ammo or anything to try to beat that boss. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at it like that when we saying gatekeeping, because you can knock down any doors, man. You can find any keys. It's about whether you wanna, what I'm saying, do the due diligence to go look for them motherfuckers to open them doors or not. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Uh, so Jonathan Miller said that's my ideology of thinking. Okay, okay, okay. P-Max says with all the components. He said, yeah, wood table with all the components. Okay. I see. I'm glad. See, I'm glad that Jonathan, big ups to Jonathan Miller. I'm glad, you know what I'm saying? My ideology of thinking, you know what I'm saying? See, and that's what I want to do, and that's what I be trying to do. I be trying to build and network with like-minded individuals because that's the only way that the movement is going to work. Big ups to Jonathan Miller as well, man. Man, this brother's doing great things out there in California where he at, man, with some of these programs that he got for the youth, you know what I'm saying, as far as the young ladies and the men and the development of a people, man, and owning things and, you know what I'm saying, making jobs happen for communities, man. Big ups to that brother Jonathan Miller um, for doing that, man, out there making him. Yeah, big ups to you, brother. Appreciate you for joining the stream too, man. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you for joining the stream. Um, but yeah, so that's my question for today, man. You know what I'm saying? Uh do feel free to answer the question, man. We, you know, it ain't nothing bad, y'all. So again, what do you think you bring to the table for the type of man that you want, and for the fellas, what do you think you bring to the table for the type of woman that you want? You know, that's a good question. I think that's a good question, and I think that's a question that needs to be asked. You know, I really do think that's a question that needs to be asked, and a lot of times, that's a way to help. That's a way to help understand who the hell you with, you know? Shit, you got to. Cause you might have some things that man, you might have like I got a brother now, he done been through a lot of things. He don't want to date women with kids no more. You know what I'm saying? Professor says what I want is too much to ask. See, you don't know, bro. You might find that person that might be willing to do what you need them to do for you. You know what I'm saying? You might find but again, but the question is, what do you bring to the table for the type of woman that you want? You know what I'm saying? As a man, as the person from you being who you are, what do you bring to the table for the type of woman that you want to attract? And if you want to describe or tell us the type of woman that you want, and then tell us, you know what I'm saying, the things that you bring to the table that attracts that type of woman. Because I do believe a lot of times, man, we be fucking delusional with the and I ain't gonna knock the women, but a lot of women be delusional. Hey, some of these guys, a lot of these guys be delusional as hell too. You know what I'm saying? Especially for wanting some of the shit that we want and we ain't doing you know? But me personally, in my circle, I don't deal with yes, I do. But I try not to deal with those who are not making change and who ain't doing better. You know what I'm saying? Because that only keeps you stagnant. You know what I'm saying? I do believe in that birds of a feather flock together. You know what I'm saying? In some way, shape, form, or fashion. You know what I'm saying? You might not do everything, goddamn it, but you still got some of that, you know what I'm saying, on the back burner that you might be trying to bring to the forefront, but they don't necessarily come out until you get with this bunch. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and again, that doesn't, like I say, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're all the way in the flock. But again, you still flocking with them. You know what I'm saying? So if you flocking with them, you rocking with them, and if you rocking with them, 9 times out of 10, you're doing the same shit. But yeah, I try to stay away from ones that's not really on the same page of building and information like I am. Because again, I be having a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? It might not seem like a lot to a lot of people, or it might not seem like a lot to whoever, but to me, what I'm saying, in my little world, what I'm saying, I might be having a lot going on. So, you know. mm. Adrian says, I stay on my square. I'm 100. Locked in with my partner monetary wise. I don't have a lot, but yet I'm still young. So okay, so being that you're young and you locked in with your partner, brother Adrian, let me ask you this. So and those are some good values, you know what I'm saying, as a young man, you know what I'm saying, to bring to the table. But what about future? Do you have any plans? Well, I'm not saying that you have to divulge those plans to us, but you know, wanting to be locked in with a partner, and you saying partner, like you gotta understand these words partner. You know what I'm saying? This ain't, you're not saying boyfriend or girlfriend, you're saying partner. So your partner, that's someone that you're trying to build with and that you're trying to create things with. So again, what is it that you bring to the table besides being 100% locked in? Like, you know what I'm saying, personal wise, monetary wise, or what type of plans do you have for the future, or what are you doing to obtain those plans and those goals? You know what I'm saying? Not saying that you have to give them to us, but those are some of the things that you should be asking yourself. Not saying that you're not or you don't, but and reaching towards them. So when you do find that person, or if that person is here now, you know what I'm saying? You'll know what to look forward to. You know what I'm saying? You'll already be on track. So just like having a like when you get a business, man, you got to have a 5 year plan, 10 year plan. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. So and we reach these marks and we reach these track goals, and we keep moving. And expect the same out of your partner, or expect the same out of your significant other. You know what I'm saying? It goes both ways. It's a partnership. However you want to look at it, relationship, partnership, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just two people intertwining and coming together. You know what I'm saying, to create beautiful things. You know what I'm saying? Uh, be a love or whatever the hell you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's bringing life into this world or whatever. You know. Professor Remo says, I bring sense and sensibility. I also provide safety in a comfort zone where a woman won't have to be front, uh, won't have to front and confirm to social standards. That's a good, okay. That's what's up. Hey, I like that answer, Remo. I like that answer. Sense and sensibility. See, but when you say sense and sensibility, now let's pick that apart. Let's stop there. Not saying that I'm trying to be analytical with what you're saying, brother. You know what I'm saying? You are Adrian. This is what I do. You know what I'm saying? But when you say sense and sensibility, now would you relay this message to the person that you're talking to the same way? Would you tell her you bring sense and sensibility? And now, what if she stops there? And of course, the providing safety in a comfort zone where a woman won't have to front or confirm. They get comfortable. Yeah, I get that. She's instantly going to understand that. She's instantly going to understand that. But the sense and sensibility. Now, this is when and we dealing with our women. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna relegate it to just our women, because people fall in love and people tend to nowadays venture out to all kinds of people in the world. But of- let's just say, for the sake of this conversation, we're just talking about our melanated women. How well do you think that sense and sensibility line will go over with our women? You know what I'm saying? Because now, what you mean sense and sensibility? And you trying to say you bring sense, like I don't make sense? I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, look, Imani, good answer, Remo. Yeah, hey, that was actually an extremely good answer. You know what I'm saying? It really was. But we picking shit apart today because it's Thumpin Thursday, so I'm trying to get in the minds of the people. So again, Remo, would you tell it to her like that? You know what I'm saying? If y'all was sitting down at dinner and y'all was talking, would you tell her, well, I bring sense and sensibility to the relationship? These are some of the things and the qualities that I'm capable or not capable, or that I'm setting forth and bringing forth. I'm saying, what's going on? What's going on, man? Hey, man, we got one of the best moderators in the building tonight. Y'all see him. Coach Ricky in the building. What's going on, Coach Ricky? Coach Ricky, man, I asked a question to the people, man. Hit that like button too for me, family. Hey, so the question that I got for the people tonight, Coach Ricky, you know what I'm saying? This is the question for the people tonight. What do you think you bring to the table as a man for the type of woman that you want to attract? What do you think you bring to the table for the type of woman that you want to attract? And for the women, what do you think you bring to the table for the type of man that you want to attract? You know what I'm saying? I just want to get into the mindsets of the people, man. We trying to figure out how to get this family thing back. You know what I'm saying? Trying to figure out how to get this fucking family thing back. That's what the fuck we need. We need this family thing back. I bring a safe space, emotionally, physically, and emotionally, and mentally. I mean, okay, okay, okay. Mm-mm. You guys are y'all on a minute. He said most women will call me a lame for that, but yes, I would say that I would say that because I mean it. Uh See, but then when she say explain sensibility, like I just went out, what are you saying? Like shit, like I'm just saying, like just take it if it was the on the negative, because people, man, some of but you know what? But then if she was to take it like that, she might not be the person for you. Or you could take it as she's interested and she wants to know more about the census disability. Hey man, listen, this ain't no damn family reunion. This ain't no damn family reunion. Y'all say that family reunion last name shit for somebody else show. Oh, yeah, Remo, he say you're good, Remo. Nah, you ain't no lame. And I wouldn't think you lame for that though. Nah, man, because we being open and honest, and that's what the fuck we supposed to be being open and honest, you know what I'm saying? Especially with somebody that you're trying to, do things with. I got a new number. Okay, I give him the number, man. I just told y'all ass this wasn't no damn family reunion. Gonna tell us why I'm hating. This ain't no damn family reunion. You say structure. That's the only thing you bring it to the table is structure, my boy. You gotta break that down. So you bring a structure to the table. What type of structure are you bringing? You know what I'm saying? Are you bringing structure to this woman? Are you bringing structure to this woman's household? If she got kids? You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's a hard listen, that's a hard pill to swallow getting in a relationship. Now, let's check this shit out too, y'all. Now, that's a hard pill to swallow if this lady already got kids or if this guy already got kids. You know what I'm saying? That's a hard pill to swallow sometimes. That those be making shit go left a lot of time. Not as young people, because shit, I can't even say that now, man. Shit, you 19, you be 19 with 3, 4 kids nowadays. That shit crazy. But usually let's just say, we don't want to see that in our young women and our young men, man. We By the time you're 24, you got 6 kids. We need to stop that. That's why I say we're about family and create nucleuses and better foundations. And don't get me wrong, Coach Ricky, man, that structure that was uh, uh, a good answer or to the question, but just elaborate. You can elaborate on it more. You know what I'm saying? Elaborate on the structure part. That's all. Just elaborate it. Hey, man. Also, man, link is pinned at the top of the chat, man. Y'all can buy y'all boy a coffee, man. It would be greatly appreciated. You know what I'm saying? I take my coffee black, but I might like a little breakfast bagel sandwich too with that. You know what I'm saying? So, man, y'all can hit that link. Let me see if I pinned it at the top of the chat, man. You know what I'm saying? For y'all. Y'all might have missed that. I don't know. Yeah, y'all might have missed that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all might have missed that. Yeah, 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 yeah. Y'all might have missed that. Link pinned up there at the top of the chat. But yeah, man. But yeah, you're more than welcome to explain that. Adrian said he said structure is a lot though. Yeah, structure it is, but it's all again. He said structure. This nigga building the table, not construction, motherfucker. Structure. Structure is missing in a lot of these households. Yeah. That's true, brother Adrian. But again, like that's why I say, sometimes it can be complicated. Um, coming into relationships with women that already got kids, or what I'm saying, coming into a relationship with a man that already got kids. Don't get me wrong, I do understand what structure means. I know what structure means, but we explaining things tonight. You know what I'm saying? Give us a little bit insight behind your structure. You know what I'm saying? But there's no wrong answer. All these answers is great. All these answers is great. Because they're coming from us as individuals. And again, it lets us know how each other are. And guess what, y'all? These same conversations, and this is see, and a lot of the conversations and topics and shit that we discuss here, man, go back and have these type of discussions and conversations with your significant others, with your partner, with your girlfriend, with your wives, and see what come from them conversations. Listen, I'm not trying to break no, but see what come from it. And see, because you can open up a little bit of Pandora's box, man, and really see if that's that person for you. You know what I'm saying? Or really see if y'all ideologies and philosophies align. It ain't always got to align, but sometimes they might align. We got Miss Kimber in the building. Miss Kimber, question for you too. Question for you too, Miss Kimber. Yeah. Professor Remo says, as far as sensibility, I use that term to convey seriousness and wisdom. Um, that would make it easy for her to follow, but also a willingness to compromise because I don't know everything. There we go. You see, that's what I'm talking. Words of Wisdom by Professor Remo Williams, brought to you by Bearded Conversation. I like that answer, man. As far as sensibility, I use the term to convey seriousness and wisdom, I'm sorry. To that would make it easy for her to follow, but also a willingness to compromise because I don't know everything. That's facts, man. I big ups to that. Miss Kimber, let me ask you a question, Miss Kimber. And Miss Kimber, don't take child. I'm just asking a question. Oh, don't get me. Big ups to Miss Kimber too, man. Miss Kimber, man. Hey, she's been a big help in some of the transitions and things that we trying to accomplish here. So big ups to Miss Kimber, man. She been helping me out a lot. Uh as far as with this paperwork with these grants and looking for things and stuff like that. Hey man, see, that's what before I ask you this question, Miss Cameron, see, that's one of the things that I was looking for, man. I'm still looking for them people, man. We got a few of them, but I'm still gonna say we need 25 good people, man. People with money, man, people with real estate, people with ideas, people with influences. What I'm saying? 25 good people, man, to come together and get this think tank started, man, so we can start creating and really putting forth, what I'm saying, this generational wealth and really starting to implement these philosophies inside of our communities, not just me doing it or Mr. Kimber doing it, or
Yo,
what's going on, or we got certain individuals that do it. We trying to get it to where it's done on a scale that's productive to where everybody catch it. You know what I'm saying? What's going on with you tonight, Kyle, my boy?
man,
He say chilling, chilling, chilling. So
no.
Miss Kimber, the question that I have for you, Miss Kimber, hold on, let me see where he at. Let me get. I don't like that one. There we go. Bam. So the question that I have for you, Miss Kimber, same question I had to everybody in the chat. What do you think you bring to the table for the type of person or the type of man that you want? You know what I'm saying? So you can
So
type that
for
in.
me,
So back, yeah, back to you
yeah,
with this structure. So
yeah.
explain your structure, brother.
So structure can fall under a lot of many different various categories. But overall, in a nutshell, structure meaning bring an understanding, discipline, and different ways to understand each other as a household versus just as a couple.
Hmm.
Because I got kids, and most likely the person I'm trying to deal with most likely got kids too. Because it's like slim to none finding somebody without none, but that's a
Yeah.
whole nother story. But you know, just structure meaning like creating comfortable surroundings and understanding for me and her and for her and my kids and for me and her kids, because once we learn how to deal with each other and accept each other in different ways or differently from how we used to accepting the person that was around previous before me, you got to put that structure and understanding down to so everything will run smoothly. It's like the engine to the relationship, in my opinion, for me.
Right, right. Okay. Okay. Structure.
Because
And I like the way you put that. Structure is the engine of the relationship. I like that, young man. I like that. I like that, young
nah,
man. I
that's
like that.
facts though. It's like the engine of the relationship because structure creates foundation, structure creates boundaries, structure creates understanding. Structure can create. Structure can create the will to do for certain parts of the relationship that you're probably not willing to or wasn't willing to do for the last person. That
Mm-hmm.
structure and understanding to give you that will to give it a chance. But
Okay,
that's all,
okay, okay,
that's my
okay.
outlook of it.
All right, that's what's up. I just want, I just like for people to explain, because when you put things in the chat, sometimes people don't necessarily get the full justification of whatever you're saying. So I like, for the brothers and sisters to actually, speak their mind and be able to come up here and, explain what they mean. So I like that, man. I like that. But how you doing tonight, man? You say you doing good?
Yeah, I'm chilling. Actually eating right now and listening to y'all.
Ah,
Kicked it with the family yesterday.
yeah, 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 yeah. I was telling the people that I wasn't necessarily what I'm saying, with all that hanging out with the family type. Not on purpose, but just that energy.
Yeah, well, it wasn't. Well, us knowing what we know, it wasn't what it usually be, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like you would have actually kicked it yesterday, low key.
Eh,
It wasn't
you
like
take
it, cause me and you kind of like I come and go too, but you would have kicked it for a little while. You probably wouldn't have stayed that long, but you would have kicked it though.
so brother philosophically said, I wonder what our secret is. He says, my partner and me, not sure if structure would be a way I describe it. So and again, because Frank, so from your standpoint, of being in a relationship with as males, or if it was a female and female, I guess that type of outlook, I guess, could kind of be different. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna ask you this question, Frank. In a relationship or not in a relationship, you can answer the question any way you want to answer it. What do you think you bring to the table, brother Frank, to attract or to keep the type of man that you want in your life? You know what I'm saying? And that's a good question. That's I'm just asking everybody that question. Miss Kimber, you ain't said nothing yet. Come on, come on. So Imani says, your foundation gotta have a solid. What he says, your foundation gotta have a solid structure. Most definitely. He says so. He right. Miss Gigi in the building. Miss Gigi, I got a question of the day for you, Miss Gigi. Miss Gigi in the building. So Miss Gigi, hit that like button, y'all too. Hey man, everybody in the building.
Like the video, man. Thumb up the video, man. Like the video, man. Thumb up the video, man.
Like he said. Hey, so everybody in the chat, I'm finna re-ask this question again for the ones that just falling in. Miss Gigi, what do you think you bring to the table um, for the type of man that you want in your life? What do you think you bring to the table? Miss Kimber, come on, Miss Kimber. So he says, I've dated women. I don't see how genders really change the relationship dynamics. No, because so what I'm saying is because he's saying structure, and when he said the structure, you said this. When he said you said I wonder what our secret is because my partner and me not sure if structure will be a way you'll describe it. So that's what I'm saying. So
So structure kind of, let me elaborate on it for him. Structure kind of, I see it kind of went over his head a little bit. Uh, like I said before, I said that structure can fall under many categories and fall many different ways depending on how you put it. Structure, I don't know your relationship or what you and your girl got going on, but structure and stability and stuff fall under the same umbrella the way that I'm using it. So structure meaning you learning who your girl is. That's what help you keep your girl. That's good to bring to the table, understanding. It ain't always about the physicality of stuff that you bring to the table. Sometimes it's the mental. And that's what people overlook and forget about, the mental part of what you bring to the table. Usually when that question get asked, when that question get answered, people go to the physical things that they bring to a relationship versus the mental aspect of the relationship. So my answer was more so towards the mental of the relationship, being able to bring structure and understandings to your environment. Because a lot of environments sometimes that environment might not lack structure, but it just might not be the structure that you or that person is used to. So you have to create a bonded structure within each other. And like I said, within a household, because 9 out of 10, y'all both got kids.
Yeah.
So it's
So
like
Frank,
for him and his situation, I don't know. Like I say, it's just how he. For me, if you going off of what I say about structure, it's just about how you choose to word it for your own individual self.
right, and again, like I say, there's no wrong or right answer. There's no wrong or right answer. We're just trying to get an understanding. So Frank says, but we're both patient, understanding, compassionate, and supportive of one another. And those are some great things to be. I do believe, being patient with the person, being under being understanding, compassionate, and supportive. You most definitely the supportive part. So those are great qualities to bring. Those are great qualities to have. Ms. Kimmer says gratitude. Definitely some exciting stuff going on in Illinois. What's going on? A bit seaweed in the building. What's going on, my boy? What else? So what we got going on in Illinois right now? Put us up on game, Miss Kimber. So Miss Gigi says she brings support and stability. Okay. Support and stability. That's. So what do you mean by well, we know it's supportive, but what do you mean by stability, Miss Gigi? When you said you bring stability, what stability? What type of stability are you bringing? And Miss Kimber, I like the way Miss Kimber averted and reflected the question that I asked and says gratitude. Definitely some exciting stuff going on in Illinois. Well, yeah, but stability. What do you mean by stability? I might not know what stability is. So, what type of stability are you bringing? What do you mean by stability? Yeah, I might think I'm already stable. You know what I'm saying? I might already think I'm stable. Again, man, hey man, y'all more than welcome to hit that chat too, man. Y'all come up on in the building, man. Y'all ain't gotta leave Coach Ricky up there by himself on blast. Oh my goodness, man.
Man, come up here and rock with your boy.
He said, "Come up here, and rock with your boy, man." Well, while Miss Gigi in the chat telling us about stability, man, we're gonna move right along, man. I just wanted to open up the show with that question, man. I just wanted to, get into the hearts and the minds of the people, man, and try to understand, how we view and how we value our relationships and things of that nature, especially when it comes to, developing and trying to get our family households back. Structure, being supportive, being compassionate, being understanding, being patient with one another. You know, these are some of the things that, instability as well. These are some of the things that help create that family nucleus. But not only that, but taking the time out to know who you are. And once you know who you are, you can, apply and bring these other things, to the table, and put them in front of your partner and say, look, well, these are the things that, I can do. And these are the things that I have done, because I didn't worked on myself and I didn't took the time to understand that this needs to happen. So, this is what I have. I'm not saying that you have to have exactly the same things that I have, but this is what I have. And then, we go from there. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I think it should be. Because man, family is important, man. Um, especially when we talking about, creating generational wealth, when we're talking about developing the kids, saying to be our next, what to be our future. When we talk about, our society, when we talk about our economic development, when we're talking about our educational development, a family structure and support is very important, man. And we need to get back to that nucleus, that family nucleus. That's important. That's all. That's all, man. That's why I wanted to started that off, man. It wasn't necessarily getting nobody in trouble. And like I said, wasn't no wrong or no right answers here. You know what I'm saying? I just was asking the question. So moving right along, a Chicago man locked up for decades freed after a judge vacates a 1996 murder conviction. This might be some of the interesting things. Okay. Let's see what this all. It says a Chicago man who served nearly 30 years in prison, released on Thursday, which is today, after having his conviction in a 1996 murder vacated. I didn't think this day was going to happen. They had me in that case for 28 years, 10 months for something I had nothing to do with, said Robert Johnson, who walked out of the Cook County jail all smiles. He was surrounded by family members who supported him and had faith in him for decades. She never left me, always was there for me, said Johnson about his grandmother, who was raising him at the time of his conviction. Robinson and 90 Robinson is 92 years old, but will turn 93 next month. I prayed my only wish was, Lord, let me live to see my grandson walk through my door. Let me oh man, this is firing because and you know what's crazy, y'all? Since she's, now that she's synced them, and you know what? I'm not gonna even say what I was gonna say because I don't even want to try to bring that bad energy into the world. But y'all know y'all can kind of get where I was going. She said, "Let me see him come home," and he did it," said Robinson. What we know, Johnson conviction for first-degree murder, armed robbery, and home invasions were vacated on February 19th by Judge Joanne Rosado. The judge also ordered a new trial based on Johnson's innocence. Oh, we got Brother Frank up here, Brother Franklin.
What
Okay,
up?
what's going on, Frank? How you feel tonight?
Doing great. How you guys doing?
I'm doing good. I love that live. I love that live.
Franco.
I love that live on air in the background.
I
Yeah, I
was
like
actually
that.
on Twitch. I was actually on Twitch streaming, and it wouldn't let me in StreamYard, like because I was already using my mic and my camera
Yeah.
on OBS. So I'm trying to go about it the other way. I'm joining StreamYard, and then I'm going to see if I can fire up my
Yeah.
Twitch stream again.
Yeah.
Gary, I think Gary was in there. It's not like I've got a lot of viewers or anything. But anyway, that's how my night was going. Just
Hey man, keep it going.
random
Guess what?
BS. Yep.
You'll get the viewers. Just keep it going. So what you doing? Your race simulation?
Worst case scenario, it's just going out to the internets. I'm not trying to be famous or anything. Um, I got a lot of free time now.
Oh yeah, most definitely, most definitely. So the judge also ordered a new trial based on Johnson's innocence. According to the release from Exoneration Project. The two attorneys with the Exoneration Project are representing Johnson. Johnson was arrested at 16 years old in connection with the 1996 murder of Eddie Binion. He has spent the last nearly 29 years fighting for his conviction. During the trial, no physical evidence or eyewitnesses tied Johnson to the crime, according to the Exoneration Project. The victim's girlfriend and sister both testified that Johnson was not one of the perpetrators. However, he was convicted based on testimony. What the hell is that?
Sorry, it's my
That's you.
phone. It's my phone.
Yeah, your mic. That I love that mic. That mic good. But it says, however, he was convicted based on testimony from a juvenile co-defendant who received a plea deal in exchange for a false testimony. See, and that's another thing that I don't like, man. You know, you tell on somebody, and now this man that spent all his time in jail. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't get it. But anyway, let me keep reading. So the co-defendant has since identified the true perpetrator and alleged that the police forced him to falsely implicate Johnson. Johnson's legal team presented the recantation along with testimony from another co-defendant who corroborated with the juvenile claims. After the hearing, the testimony Rosado deemed the witness credible and granted Johnson post-conviction relief. What's next? As a free man, Johnson said he wants to shine a bigger spotlight on the wrongfully accused. I screamed, nobody, he said, I screamed, nobody will listen to me. And I just want the world to know that there's still people here in prison and in Cook County Jail for things they didn't commit, said Johnson. So what is the first thing he is looking forward to doing um, now that he's free? I guess really just a home cooked meal, the food in prison. He said the food in prison, I'm sure all know it's horrible. Johnson laughed. He said Johnson had a detention hearing on Thursday morning before he was released in the evening. His attorney, Megan Richardson, said that they have a court hearing in March when the state will decide to retry Johnson's case. Why is they even retrying the anyway? Because he shouldn't have nothing to do with this shit, but dismissed it or appealed the court's decision to vacate his conviction. And that like when they let him out, man, they should have instantly just dropped all that. Anyway, I don't know. I guess it's still a process. It's still a process, so I'm not going. Anyway, for now, it's a celebration, and this work, you can take every victory you can get. He said, so we are celebrating, said Richardson, who's also with the Exoneration Project. So big ups to that brother, man, who was convicted back in 1996, man. I'm glad that the brother is getting up out of that, man. Hey, Beautiful, what's going on, Beautiful? How you doing tonight, man? Big ups to Beautiful for being in the building with us, man. We got Mike Tyler. So 1992, that was John Burge with that corrupt shit. Charles Morrell, what's going on? Who is John Burge, Remo? Yeah, so yeah, the brother in Chicago, man, back in 1992, man, he spent like they say, man, he spent 28 years and 10 months, nearly 29 years in jail, man, for a murder that he didn't commit. The person that was with him, saying allegedly saying that, the police made him give a false testimony, and now it comes out years later and they're corroborating. So I mean, I don't think this brother should have to go to no type of trials to recant or take away anything. I believe that's just and if I was him, if I was his lawyer, now that I'm out of jail, the first thing that I'd be doing was suing for I need at least 2 to 3 million for every year I was in prison, man. Even though that's not even enough, and there's no amount of money that would even, rectify that type of trauma that you receive. Because psychologically, man, you get fucked up. Again, man, I was like I told y'all earlier, man. I don't know if y'all watch Club Shay, man. I was watching Club Shay with Wallow. Wallow saying he said it took him a while to be able to not. He said he was still calling this parole officer to go places. You know what I'm saying? He's saying he was so psychologically and mentally engaged in the prison life because he got locked up at 16. No, 17. It didn't get out until he was 37, so he was in there for 20 years. So he said even when he got out and he was moving around and doing things, he said, man, he was so institutionalized by the prison, he was still calling his parole officer asking could he still get movement and asking could he still go state to state, and he wasn't even on parole no. So again, like man, I know I said 3 million for every man. That money would never heal the hurt, the pain, and the trauma that it caused on that young man and that it caused on that young man's family. And again, we can go back and say, well, shit, because we don't know the severities and we don't know all this, the whatever to the case, but again, man, they said they made a mistake, so that's all I need to hear. Shit. And again, man, listen, stay away from shit, man. Y'all listen, everybody, man, we say these things, but that shit is easier said than done, man. You probably was doing some shit you ain't had no business doing anyway, and you got caught up into some. I'm not saying that was the case, but sometimes that be the case. And if that's not what you supposed to be doing, man, and that shit ain't meant for you, man, listen, 9 times out of 10, you shouldn't be doing that shit. Period. But yeah, but man, but I'm happy for that young man and that young man's family, man. And I'm glad. And I hope he I'm saying get what's coming to him. Oh man, y'all, here we go. Okay. Professor Remo said he was the police captain in Chicago that convicted hundreds of black men falsely during the 90s via coercion and false testimony. Oh, okay. John Burge. Okay, I'm gonna have to look him up. You said so that's why you said okay in 1992 that was the John Burge with that corruption. Okay. He said he's surprised you never heard of the prick. No, because back then shit, I wasn't nothing but like I was, I was a kid, so I wasn't, privy to, saying a lot of that information. Because as a kid, I didn't really get off into a lot of things until just maybe a couple of years after that. But yeah, I'm surprised. But I'm most definitely gonna look him up tonight, man, and see what was going on with him. Y'all, we got our boy Kanye, man. I keep telling y'all, Kanye trying to stay relevant, man. Kanye want us talking about him. Kanye West relapsed on laughing gas after dental appointment. Sources claim that the medication leads to this meltdown. Oh man, so I guess he out here thinking he this shit is crazy. Why? Oh man, so Kanye West's recent erratic behavior may be exacerbated by his alleged use of laughing gas, sources claim. So now, I guess he claims he's a Nazi and he doing all these wild anti-Semitic rants and shit because he was off this laughing gas.
No,
This shit.
it's shit because when you're not culturally relevant with your music anymore, it is just kind of like cry for help, cry for attention type deal in my mind.
Yeah. That's why I say I think he's trying to stay relevant, Frank. I think he's just trying to,
But
still.
he's failing. I mean, he's staying in the headlines. I mean, relevant, not really. Talked about, yes, but not in a good way. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's still relevant.
There are better ways to go about
He
it.
said, young man, he old now. He said that man trying to he said that man trying to is a limit pusher. Yeah, well, yeah. So it says the Gold Digger rapper 47 faced backlash for his offensive and often anti-Semitic social media tirades attacking the Jewish community and others earlier this month. His Yeezy website was even taken down after he put up a T-shirt with the swastika on it for sale. It says now a friend alleged West may have relapsed on nitrous oxide when he returned to LA at the end of January and had dental work done. See, and I thought he had this titanium shit put in his mouth, y'all. So he had this titanium. So I hope he got that shit took out his mouth. Well, I don't even know, man, because I heard they found this. Oh man, it's yeah, man. He might need that shit for the pain. You never know. So he might be addicted to this shit.
Laughing gas isn't a painkiller. It's what they kind of do before they numb you up or before they put you under. It's like to relax you.
Relax.
Mellow your mouth. You're actually you're right, be good. You're trying to numb the pain because that has tooth decay, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Not from using nitrous that I'm aware of, no.
No, I'm talking about from the titanium. From the titanium in his mouth.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, the nerves in the teeth. There's a decay and it's sensitive because you're numbing it. That's the reason why they, like you said, they would use it in sedatives or when they want to put somebody down, especially in execution.
Yeah. So it says, according to thank you for that. He says, according to the National Institute of Health, Abuse of nitric oxide can cause personality changes such as anxiety, depression, and mania, as well as impulsive and aggressive behavior, hallucinations, delusions, and other psychotic symptoms.
Yeah, but
A
you
second
gotta be
source.
careful. What?
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You say you got to be careful with what now?
Well, hallucinations tie into seizures. So we all, I don't want to say, oh, you all, because this is a international thing that you're on, a platform you're on. But most people have family members. For instance, when you have a seizure, they lose tooth or teeth, and
Hmm.
it becomes a thing when you're hallucinating. You might gnaw down too much, crack a tooth, or so those hallucinations are severe. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. And it says the second source also claimed that the nitrous took over when West was back in Los Angeles after the Grammy party on February 2nd. He met people, and it kind of escalated to things that he never does anymore when he's in Japan, the source noted. It says a third insider agrees there was an issue with the nitrous and his dentist, and the medication leads to this meltdown. Hmm. It says when he came off the nitrous, it said when he comes off the nitrous, he's crazy. He just wants to be able to do anything he wants. The insider added. It's as what he say? It's as if thoughts are coming to him and he speaks his mind. It's like a cultural. It's like a cultural Tourette experience. His entire life is a video game. That's crazy. I like the way they put that. It
That does
says
sound like nitrous, which I've had some experience with. I'll tell you about once you're
yeah,
finished.
let me read this. Yeah, let me hurry up and read this, Frank. Hold on. As an employee who used to work for Yeezy, also told the outlet that the flashlights artist was very easily influenced by others and reportedly suffered from memory problems. His memory, his it says his memory is so messed up to the point, the ex-employee claimed that you can kind of just convince West of things and he doesn't really fact check them. He says you can say just something that is not true, but if you say it with enough conviction at the right time, he'll believe it. Damn, the drugs got him like that. What the fuck? So it says, as OK previously reported, Wesley bizarrely claimed he was a Nazi and said Hitler was so fresh in a series of shocking social media posts shared to X. It says his account seemingly went offline earlier this month after Wild Rants, but last week it was reactivated with sensitive content warning. Jeez. Stay away from the nitrous oxide, y'all. But go ahead, Frank. What were you going to say?
Well, uh, like I said the other night, as far as like I've tried everything except for crack. Um, in my experience, nitrous can be a lot of fun when combined with other drugs. Like if you're rolling or if you're tripping, it's a pretty wild, you know, micro thing already in a, you know, hopefully a crazy good experience. But nitrous by itself, it really does just kind of hard to explain, but it sort of takes you somewhere mentally that it is enjoyable at the time. It's very fleeting and short lived, and it feels very profound, like when it's happening. Like I've had ones where I feel like I'm on the verge of some sort of like philosophical revelation, like the secret of life and all this bullshit. But you know, you wait 15 minutes and then it's either completely gone and forgotten, or you're sort of embarrassed that, you know, like, wow, I just went through 20 of these cartridges. You know, you can buy all that shit online legally. Now they call it Galaxy Gas, and I've seen it being sold in like one big, like 1 liter sized cartridge. And yeah, it's people get their jollies off of it, and I think it's safe if used like in small amounts, not chronically. But I've also heard bad things about people that have become like really addicted to it and are, you know, going at it all day, every day, and that can lead to some pretty bad neurological effects. I
Yeah,
only
yeah,
I only ever
yeah.
used it on a handful of occasions.
Remo says he needs to go ahead and propofol it out. Propofol it on out. No, man. He says in Michael Jackson's tune, "Rock with You" style. Yay, close your eyes, get the propofol into you. He say, don't try to fight it. There ain't nothing that you can do. No, man, we don't want this man doing no type of drugs, man. He says that Did Ye read Men Camp?
Mein Kampf.
Mein Kampf, I'm sorry, Mein Kampf. He said is what it says is Mein Kampf banned in Germany.
I doubt it's banned for academic reasons, but I know you can't do what Elon did on stage in Germany.
Well,
Oh,
what'd you say, Fox?
Said Frank's pretty sharp.
So what did Elon do on stage?
A Heil Hitler salute twice.
It's almost like what Ye's doing, but with clothing.
So basically, what y'all saying is that Elon can do it, but Kanye can't.
I'm not gonna say that, but that's a nice.
In a sense, yeah. In a sense, yeah. I mean, Elon is a kind of a bit of a troll in terms of his persona and the way he acts, and I wouldn't put it past him because what he did 100% looks like a Heil Hitler salute. So people that immediately jump into making excuses for him, saying, "Oh, he's throwing his heart out, he's giving his heart out to people," and I'm obviously not going to mimic the gesture because I'm not about that. But yeah, it's amazing to watch. And, even when I saw it, the day it happened or the day after it happened, even within my own mind, I'm kind of like still giving him the benefit of the doubt. But after you let it sink in, like that asshole really just did it. And Americans are like, yeah, well, no, it's not, it's just the left is complaining. They thought it looked like that. And people are just everything is being so sanity washed these days that he can get away with that. It seems we live in such a weird
fucked up world.
Timeline. Yeah.
They say it, man. Say it, Frank. Why you just say it?
I was looking for a better way of saying fucked up timeline, and I'm broken record saying we live in the wacky, bizarro world.
Yeah,
we are.
Yeah. So no, Mein Kampf is not currently banned in Germany. However, it was effectively banned for almost 70 years due to the Bavarian state holding the copyright of preventing its publication. But when the copyright expired in 2016, the book became available to purchase with heavy scholarly commentary to contextualize its dangerous content. So no, it's not banned. Damn, that's crazy. That's wild, man.
That doesn't surprise me. I mean,
it don't, but that's still wild as hell. Like, God,
people need to be able to, in order to study profane material, you need to have access to
you need to have that profane, right? You need to have right, most definitely. But why would you want to study profane? But in a situation like that, why would you want to study that profane material? Why would you even want to have access to study? What type of what would you get from studying that type of material?
That's
comparing current trends today, to look for parallels between. I have people that tell me that there have been Trump speeches that are very closely parallel that those of ones Hitler gave. So.
What I was gonna say, bro, is you gotta understand. In undergrad, when I was doing philosophy and histories of different cultures, Mein Kampf was a book that was recommended by scholars, academic scholars, and it was also recommended in line with Malcolm X's bibliography. So you had to understand those cultures. I'm not saying it's a great read. I'm just wondering, did he read it? Because I was forced to read it. And, with the drug use and then reading certain things, what is it called? Which syndrome is it? Where it's Kruger's? No, I forget which one it is, but basically where you love your oppressor to the point where you start to become Stockholm's. Thank you guys. Right. So, because I didn't want to say Kruger's, I was like, I'm thinking of the wrong thing. But you see where I'm going with this. Like, you study these different things and then you mix that with like certain chemicals that you put in your body. The hallucinations get really wicked. So I'm gonna leave that there. The person might not be making.
it might be of some functional use to try to get in the mind of someone like that, to try to just understand it, and understanding it might help prevent it from happening again.
Yeah, but that's without the use of chemicals. If you do it with that, then you can embody like a video game experience. Oh, I'm this person. I can embody it with these clothes or by doing certain gestures. I think I posted something where there were this religious group, I think it's a church, and all these men, they weren't black, they got in front of a gay parade and they did hakas. A haka is like an intimidation stance, but it's like usually done in the midst of a war, or they're about to gear up for battle. They're doing this, and on their backs and the shirts. I shared a video with you again. I saw it this morning. Well, later on after work, I should say. They were standing off. Police had a barrier, right? It was a line of police officers, and they're doing this haka. And the reason is because they feel that the whole alphabet community is trying to mess with our kids. This is like not even in the United States, I think, because they have prime ministers and stuff. This is the video I'm talking about.
Right.
I'm telling you how severe it gets with cultural appreciation, and then cultural appreciation with certain psychedelics. I'll leave it there. It's a little different because the brain takes on a different logic system.
That's not nice either, Remo. He says, get rid of him and his alien ass kid. Hey, man, leave Elon alone. He gonna say the little motherfucker look like Mac and Me. Hey, Mac and Me was a good, and that was a good flick, though.
No,
man.
but Remo has a good point, though, bro, because did you see that interview where Trump was looking like he was being babysitted by Elon, and his son is there looking at him like, shut up, Trump. I'm like, wow.
Yeah,
Trump looked like he was a bored middle schooler waiting for the field trip to be over.
Yeah, it looked like Elon was really cool on the straight. He's the techno giant, but it's tough now because you don't know who's in charge right now.
Yeah. That's true. Man, hey, Trump still got. Hey, listen, Trump still got his testicular fortitude, man. Don't count.
He does. He picked Elon. It's just gonna be tricky.
I was just about to say, I'm really surprised to see someone with, I would say, and I wouldn't say testicular fortitude. I would just say someone with an ego, a level of a narcissism and an ego that big, actually sharing the spotlight. He never does that.
This is like a villain arc. It's like anime style.
It's the first time I've seen him be willing to like really share the stage with someone, except for and you notice when whenever there's like a speaking event or like his rallies, it doesn't even have to be his rallies. It could be a rally. It could be an event in which he's speaking. When other speakers will get up on stage, sometimes he'll stand and they literally just kind of stand and wait while they praise him. And I think it's kind of not even an unspoken thing. Like sometimes if you're in his orbit, you might like actually be told the president would like you to say some good things about him when you get on stage.
Yeah, I was responding to Frank. Yeah. So Frank, when you say that, it's tricky to see that, but think about it. And I'm a tech person. There's something called techno-feudalism. Techno-feudalism is real big in Silicon Valley. I knew that because I used to work out there in Cali for a short second with the government. And I always laugh and tell these jokes with Be Good and other good brothers and nobles. But honestly, techno-feudalism is where you have a digital footprint and then you're considered a serf. You're a peasant, like us on this podcast and everything else. And then you have these techno lords in Silicon Valley. That's why it's tricky to see, Elon there, but I could see the logic.
I'm following.
When it comes to how we do our technical information, as far as birth certificates, social security cards, your digital footprint, all that is going under efficiency. And that's Doge, Elon. So it's like, no, I'm not surprised to see it because it's just like Trump's ushering in what most of, I hate to say it, the Caucasian race really wanted the system to work like. All these hiccups with DEI and stuff, like how do you feel? Check in, check outs. Are you them, he, her, what? That's about to really, really get thrown to the back end, and he's going to reset it to some medieval stuff with this techno stuff, because now be good. I'm gonna shut up because I know you got a show. But you remember we talked about social currency in Japan.
Talk. Yeah, when
No,
we was talking
bro,
about
you be telling me I be talking too much, or I'm not trying to take over.
no, I ain't saying nothing tonight. Go ahead.
Okay, bro. I'm just getting access, but I'm saying honestly, when Frank said that, I'm like, bro, I'm not shocked. I don't know why you was. Maybe you didn't see that side of Trump, but he's kind of been playing both sides. So now he has Elon on the side. That's Neuralink, SpaceX. Neuralink is a brain synaptic type thing. So it's kind of going to the matrix if you do the research on it, right? So that's where they want to put chips in you or plug you up and upload you with information you need. Neuralink, right? And then that Neuralink also goes into AI, artificial intelligence. So the computers are learning us as he's, changing us with Neuralink. And that also has your super soldiers. Then you have, where they take the rockets up, right? I think it's SpaceX, and they're partnered with NASA. NASA has a black budget. If you do the research, NASA has actually bought projects from Elon. Keep it in the back of your mind, because I'm going to land this plane.
What do you mean NASA has a black? Well, I guess you're saying that there's a part of NASA that is just like
not a part of NASA.
I don't think they're writing blank checks over there. I think they have to beg and grovel for any funding.
No, they're not right. I didn't say that. I said have a black budget.
So what's that mean?
Something that you're not privy to, that the amount they have for warfare, space exploration. Trump also is real big on Space Force. Everybody laughs at it. No, that's connected to NASA and SpaceX, which Elon runs, plus Tesla, our cars and transportation. He's getting data statistics about us. That's all I want to say. So it's a really tricky setup, but it seems like a chess move.
As Kimber says, minority. She says Minority Report.
I
didn't go there, but I wanted to paint the picture.
His goals and aims. I mean, I definitely see why they're kind of like paired up. I can hear myself in somebody's speakers a little bit, but
I heard you. But I'm just saying, when you said you shocked to see it, so you didn't.
Just the aspect of Trump not needing to be like the star in the center of the show. He seems to be actually sharing the spotlight for a change, when typically he is number one, and there's no doubting that. Everyone else is a helper tier.
I agree there, but it's kind of hard to see who wins. You know what I mean? Who's running it? Because that's another conversation. Like, who's babysitting who? I think Trump just took the little mask off of Elon, all the regulations, and he's letting them go. It's like, release the Krakens.
Elon's confused as to why he's no longer a darling of the left, and it's more than just the Trump thing. It's about stuff like his labor practices and I don't know, his conflicts of interest, and now his cozying up with authoritarian, like he supports the AfD in Germany, and that's about the closest thing to the Third Reich as you're going to get.
Like I told y'all yesterday, I'm sorry, Mike, but Fox, I told y'all yesterday though, but you got to think about it. The first director of NASA was a Nazi. You see what I'm saying? So, like, of course he's going to support that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then you got to think about it. He's European. Like, come on, his people, y'all. Well, I'm not saying y'all like that, but yeah, he gonna support that shit over there.
I mean, he's South African, so yeah, pretty racist country.
South African by geography, but
what? He's not a man of the people. His parents owned emerald mines, so
how you going to defend South Africa but turn and do a sig hell? It's kind of tricky.
And then here's an even better question. SpaceX. Why the hell do we need a SpaceX force? We ain't so that just goes to show you about the plans of trying to inhabit it. We're trying to habitat on these other planets and the terraforming and trying to you know what I'm saying? Because who you policing in space?
Well, if you just exterminate this Earth and you found another place to inhabit, like you said, what do you got to police? You just reset everything, right?
Well, I got news for people in case you didn't realize it already, but the idea of terraforming or going to other planets or being able to make other planets habitable, That's not for you and me. That's, that's
know that.
the 1% of the 1%. Yeah.
That's not the point. All I'm saying is they have a way, like Willy Wonka. If you have a golden ticket and you want to leave all these human beings you don't like talking to, then you want to start over. They can literally be somewhere else and develop and colonize it to a point, another planet, right? Like Be Good talked about, and then just send a nuke back to this planet, obliterate it. So you gotta worry about those thoughts, ideas, what they would consider cancer or bacteria, and start a new generation. So that's very important to them because it's like the upper hand.
Remo says white South African is German.
Also, a lot of Dutch.
It's box though, Be Good. I'm gonna leave that alone.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, a little Dutch too. We know a little Dutch too. Yeah. But that's why he throwing it up, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. So he says General Romeo Tank Division took South Africa over at the end of WW2, World War II.
World War II is with the Nazis, I think, or no?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you painting the picture too.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, their aims are the same. Their goals are the same. Trump and Musk.
Trump's father was heavy into the Ku Klux Klan, I think.
They want to privatize everything. They would,
Not only that, he was a hood. And
if it's not already commodified and something you have to pay for, it seems like that's what the right wants to do, is to privatize every industry and make just everything transactional. As far as why Space Force is relevant, I guess you could just think of it as the Air Force, but even higher up, in terms of surveillance capabilities, and or just having a official military presence up there. I mean, I'm sure whatever activity Space Force does now is just sort of formalizing what they were already doing before it had a name for it like that.
Frank, I'm with you, but I think it goes deeper than that. If you ever played the game Halo, I know Be Good played it.
No, but I've kind of roughly
heard about it.
Yes, I've heard about it, of course, but
if you play the game out, Be Good, you can help me out with this. There was a thing called Halo, and it was a ring that could obliterate all planets. If you play the game, when you get a chance, or even just watch YouTube videos, you will notice there's something called they're basically the Marines of the Space Force. And what happened was Earth got destroyed by aliens. So the big push, because Hollywood runs everything as far as what we think and culture and understanding optics of life, there would be a need. What if Earth got destroyed by some unforeseen thing? Where's the contingency plan? Or as I always say, winter contingency, because everybody doesn't want to think about contingency. They want to have happy thoughts and everything. So that's why I say winter. So I got that from a comic book. But honestly, if you have a Space Force like the Spartans, and that was the main characters of the game, these superhumans, and they're developing them, it seems like, with HUD displays and everything like me and B experienced when we played those games. It is a significant thing. You said, I don't know why. It's a significant thing. That's why they have a black budget in NASA, and now SpaceX is connected. And then you can get the vitals of all citizens of this globe, not just the United States. That's why they pushed back on Elon when he had this Doge thing. He was like, I want social security numbers, and I want pension plans, and I want all these details. It's just a click of a button. But it was a judge, two judges that was like, no, he can't have that much access. But you got Trump as president. That's your boy in your back pocket. It's getting tricky, bro. It's getting tricky. The stuff we've seen on the screens from Hollywood, which is connected to the military, is about to come to life, in my opinion. And especially with Space Force, because they've been cracking jokes on that boy since he was in term last time for 4 years when creating Space Force. I think it's just like the Caucasian side of things. They're pushing things they wanted to do with all these government regulations. They got Trump in there. He's going to start cutting some red tape.
Professor Remo says Trump called himself the king in a White House Twitter post, X post. He says that is effectively treason. Miss Kimber says there was a time traveler from Chicago that wrote about these topics of tech and space. And this is the article for you guys. It's called "The Three Stigmata of Palmer Eldritch." So you guys can take a screenshot of that or go on Wiki and check that article out. And do some more research or get some
I
little
just read the
insight.
article. It's pretty good. It's a wiki article, but you know, it does go to an older movie that's pretty good to watch. 1964 is a publication date. So, but it sounds like 1984 from George Orwell's, if I'm saying it right, or any
Yeah,
of the Matrix thing. You know, Orwell. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Man, hey man, listen, I told people, man, listen, I've been telling people to have a plan. Get a plan together.
They
You
did lab
motherfuckers.
at Space Force, but now they're tied to SpaceX. And
Yeah.
SpaceX has got stuff that NASA's purchasing from them. Yeah, I think this is, like I said, Trump. You know, a lot of times y'all laugh at him, but he
And
got a
then,
whole.
and not to mention Blue Origin as well. You know, Jeff Bezos with the Blue Origin. So Jeff,
Virgin and all that. Yeah, well,
yeah. And then
everybody
Virgin is separate.
space race.
Yeah, Virgin is separate. Virgin is something different. And then you got the Blue Origin, which is by Jeff Bezos. See, so and allegedly, you know, Bezos and Elon Musk, you know, they not the you know, they not friends like we would think, you know. Just because they billionaires and they in the space, you know, they not in the same spaces and places with each
No,
other. You know,
they're not in bed with each other. That's all
right.
corporate
Right,
side.
you know, they both trying to accomplish and get shit done and trying to see who's gonna reach. So that's what the new war is about, you know what I'm saying, eternally, within our own country, you know what I'm saying, it's about this space war shit, you know, again with the Bezos and the Blue Origin, with the Elon Musk and the SpaceX with the Virgin. See, a lot of people see we again, like they say, you know, a lot of times we talk about how they put shit in front of us and you know they tell us shit and spin us shit and we get so captivated by the little smaller things and it's a bigger issue. Yeah, just like Frank said, well, you know, everybody's not going to be privy to going up. And again, you know, brother asked me a question. Well, who the hell? And he asked it, a good friend of mine. He said, "Well, who the hell you think?" Because we was having the same conversation a couple of nights ago. He was like, "Well, who the hell you think they're gonna take up in space?" You know what I'm saying? Engineers.
That's that Willy Wonka ticket I was talking about.
If you're not a billionaire, it's not you.
Yeah. See, but
Frank,
that's not true.
I don't think that's true, Frank. Because like I might have did some work in Switzerland, and I would have an issue because the government be like, "I'm valuable as a scientist,"
and I'm an important person.
Dang, I want to take Be Good with me, and they be like, you know what I mean? Just doing hypothetical out there.
Yeah, and I'm an important person in certain things of life. I probably would be. I wouldn't be the first. I would be the first, but guess what? I got my ticket. Let me be quiet. Anyway, man, we not not saying that I'll leave y'all. You know what I'm saying? You know, I wouldn't leave nobody, man. If I can, you know what I'm saying, take some people with me, of course I'm taking some people with me. I ain't gonna be able to take everybody.
I'm with you because I would fight for you, bro. I ain't gonna lie. They was like, "Oh, you're a valuable scientist. We're taking you." I ain't got nothing but $50 in my bank account, but they gonna grab me. I'm like, "Hey, B, yo, come with me. We're trying to get you in the club."
Yeah, most definitely, man. Hey, shit, if I got to leave, man, I'm telling you, Frank. So even within that, like I say, Frank, I don't think that. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you're completely wrong. Of course, you know it's going to be a first run of you know what I'm saying, all that 1% mainstream individual. We know that. We know that. But again, they got the hype. So listen. So if they do decide to take people up there, what are they going to be? They're going to be slaves. Either gonna be a coon or you're gonna be a slave, and I don't give a fuck what color you are.
Well, you go into a colony, bro. So you go to automatically be some type of slave.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
The next planet that you came from, obliterated, probably.
That's his name. That's the brother with the island. That's him, Richard Branson, or Brant, whatever his name is. Yeah, the Virgin, the guy.
That's the one that did the parachute out at high altitudes.
Yeah, that guy. So you know that brother got an island. So man, there's a lot of people competing for this space shit, man.
Well,
that's crazy.
I guess I hadn't considered the slave angle, and that does make a lot of sense. We're going to need brute labor at some point if they do managed to establish, a colony on Mars.
Yeah.
Let's say but there's I
See, but
still
it's
like
going to be
to
renamed.
I still like
But
to think
Frank,
that
it's going
there's
to
a
be
chance
renamed.
that
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I would imagine that it's still also a possibility that the first to have a get out of jail card in terms of climate disaster
Yeah, Willy Wonka.
is the 100th of the 1%, the absolute ruling elites, and then after that it's billionaires. But even further, like kind of lowest tier, the lowest caste in whatever system, it probably would still be they're probably still going to be taking pretty smart and capable people rather than I don't know.
No, Frank, I'm agreeing. I'm just saying, like, I'll use myself as an example, but I'm not putting myself in no totem pole. I'm just saying, honestly, like, there are people, because I don't know if you understand, when I work for the government, a good 90% of them, 10% were military, a good 90% were civilians. Just want to put that out there. People think the government runs the way they think. It's not ran by the military. It's run by a strong 90% of civilians that probably have never served military combat, but they so sharp and they so smart that a lot of them get activated and collected. And then they're gonna go for the strongest military people, because there is people that's necessary to recolonize another planet, like your engineers, your teachers, your law enforcement. These are civilian activities. And then you put in the military to 10%, which is overwhelming, it looks like, but what's running the government? Or if you are taking it to a different planet, the Space Force. So be careful, because it's not always about money.
Yeah, and a question to you guys, like when I was talking about this with another friend of mine, he was like, "Would you rather have coons or would you rather have slaves?" I say slaves. He say, "Why?" He said, "Slaves gonna rebel after a while, then you're gonna have to get rid of them." He said he'd rather have the coons because guess what? The coons are going to do what's necessary and needed to stay attached to you, so they're going to do all the work for you, and in turn, they're going to your slave.
Well,
I was like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "Well, yeah." I'm like, "You think it's Stockholm syndrome attached to massa? You ain't even got a high slave. We ain't even dealing with slaves. We don't want no uprisings. We don't want nobody trying to come back and overthrow nothing. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get the ones who still attached to the titty. You know what I'm saying? That's willing to do whatever I say, as long as they can be part of what I got going on and get these scraps. And that's facts. That's facts, man.
Yes, massa. Yes, massa. You mean to rub your foot with massa?
Yeah, that was an interesting little brief discussion there. Hey, so moving right along, man. Last topic of the night, or last article of the night that I want to read to the people, man. That crossed my timeline that I thought was important to read to my people. Chicago releases its Black Student Success Plan amid backlash against race-based initiative. Here we go. Chicago Public Schools unveiled a 5-year plan Thursday to improve the outcomes of of the district's Black students at a time of unprecedented backlash against efforts to promote diversity, equity, and inclusion in education. I couldn't wait to get to this.
Did you say the DEI? Yeah, you did.
Yeah, that's why I said I couldn't wait to get to this. So let me read this again. Let me start it over.
Yeah, go ahead.
Chicago Public Schools unveiled a 5-year plan Thursday to involve the outcomes of the district's Black students at a time of unprecedented backlash against efforts to promote diversity, equity, and inclusion in education. It says the release of Black student success plans during Black History Month, which is crazy, is part of CPS's broader 5-year strategic plan and aim to address long-standing disparities in graduations, discipline, and other metrics faced by its Black students, who make up roughly a third of the student body. The district set out to create the Black Student Success Plan in the fall of 2023. But its quiet posting on Thursday comes as both conservative advocacy groups and the Trump administration are taking aim at race-based initiatives in school districts and college campuses. Late last week, the U.S. Department of Education's top acting civil rights official warned districts and universities that they could lose federal funding if they do not scrap all diversity initiatives, even those that use criteria other than race to meet their goals. He cited in 2023 Supreme Court Students for Fair Admissions versus Harvard decision that banned the use of race as college admissions factor. CPS is progressive. I'm saying CPS in a progressive city in a Democratic state has largely been insulated from standoffs over diversity and inclusion in recent years when districts in other parts of the country have come under intense scrutiny over how they teach race and how they take it into account in hiring, selective programs, admissions, and other decisions, increasingly through deep blue cities like Chicago are finding themselves in the crosshairs. It says last year, a Virginia-based advocacy group challenged the Los Angeles Unified School District initiative aimed at boosting outcomes for its Black students, which CPS said inspired its own plan. Um, at the urging of the Biden administration, Los Angeles made changes to downplay the role of race, causing an outcry for some of its initiative supporters. Chicago plan vows to increase the number of Black teachers, slash suspensions of other discipline for Black students, and embrace more culturally responsive curriculums, and professional developments to combat anti-Blackness. Goals. This shit is crazy. Goals. Well, I mean, it's cool because I can rock with some of this shit. But goals of some which could run afoul of the Department of Education's interpretation of students for fair admissions decision. Still comes to district and community leaders in Chicago say CPS plans might be better positioned to withstand challenges than Los Angeles initiative, and they said that the district must forge ahead with the effort, even as it braces for pushback. Now is the time for the anticipatory obedience and preemptive acquiescence, said Elizabeth Todd Breland, a University of Illinois Chicago professor of African American history and a former Chicago school board member who served on a working group that helped craft the plan. This is not the time to shrink, but to live out our values. The new plan says Illinois law mandates that the work and cites a state statute that requires Chicago Board of Education to have a Black Student Achievement Committee. That committee have not been formed. CPS declined Chalksby interview requests and did not answer questions before publication. The district is hosting a celebration at Chicago State University at 3 p.m. Friday to mark the plan's release.
Oh, my old stomping grounds.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean, and and the article goes on and on and on, but that's just what do you think about that? Black what you think about that, Brother Fox, as a school teacher?
I mean, I thought what I said earlier, it was happening. They are going to discuss the necessary need for DEI.
Yeah.
Well,
And
they better
then
enjoy whatever they can. Sorry, they better enjoy what they can do it on the state level, because there's not going to be there's not going to be a red federal cent that makes its way to that. So they're going to have to handle that from a state level.
Right. Well, that's why they said like places like, what I'm saying, the blue states, they did say, the Democratic state and shit like that. So like Chicago is a Democratic state. So I guess it would be, saying I guess that would be done, what I'm saying, as a state to state thing. You know what I'm saying? Like Brother Frank said, I don't think that they would try to, what I'm saying, federally fund that. But again, I do think that would be a good, I guess, a good idea or a good start, I guess. But for me, again, our own institutions, we have great educators, what I'm saying, that are melanated brothers and sisters who I think can teach and give good information and valuable information to our young Black melanated young men and women, and bring them up and be successful, thriving citizens in the United States of America, because corporation. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, this is what it's coming to. And again, I like getting up here reading these articles and informing people and having these type of conversations with you guys, and just getting the feedback and things of that nature, man. I like I like the diversity of ideas that you guys bring. You know what I'm saying? With Remo and the rest of the moderators and the people that jump in the chat. You know, I like that. You know, but ultimately, like Brother Fox said, man, that DEI. That's why I couldn't wait to get to this. So I say this for last with that DEI. I don't. It could work again if we do it for ourselves. But like Frank said, there ain't gonna be no federal funding. And then again, you know, shit. In a minute, all that blue state, red state shit ain't gonna matter. So, is this gonna help? It might if they can get it passed as a bill or a law for the time that they can get it passed for. But then, what about the next great reset? You know, what about the next person that come in, or the next person that come in, or the next person that come in? You
But
know, things change.
did you see? Be good. Not to cut you off. Sorry, but did you see the map of how many states can be affected by DEI and just the regulation of education?
No, I didn't see the map. I didn't see the map, but I'm pretty sure.
You talking about passing laws? He moving swift, and he's only been a month in office almost.
Yeah. Well, you know, he said that. You know, he said he was gonna do his thing. So, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think that's gonna work. What Brother Remo said, but that will be he says, but that will be America's breaking free from the monarch again, trying to colonize another planet. Yeah, I'm sorry I missed that project. He said, Pritzker ain't going for that. Yeah, you know, Pritzker ain't going for that. That's why Frank said it would be it'll be on the state level. But you know, Pritzker a billionaire too. So he might have a little, you know what I'm saying? He might get a little kickback somewhere along the line. You know what I'm saying? Pritzker family is pretty prominent in a few spaces. You know, and people don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? he got some man, yeah. So, you know, but again, man, and if he ain't going for that, it ain't because he give a hell. You know what I'm saying? He going for it because he trying to stay in office and trying to get your vote. You know what I'm saying? Anything, any little small thing that these politicians can do to help keep people in their corner and on their side, they gonna do it. So Pritzker, if he think that, you know, this will be a good plan for black students and helping the urban community and shit like that, yeah, you know, he gonna push for that shit, especially him getting funding. You know, he gonna get his funding. He a billionaire. Even if he got to put some shit up and take out a loan or whatever the fuck, or borrow against himself, you know what I'm saying? He'll make it happen. That's just we got that money to play with, you know what I'm saying? I think so. Remo says, what do you say? Charleston White. Oh, Charleston White. Y'all, I like Charleston White, man. We get up out of here on that. I was gonna make that the last thing, but Charleston White, man. I don't know if y'all know who Charleston White is. But the brother was a youth advocate out here, man. You know, he got locked up as a youth for unaliving somebody, which he really didn't unalive. He was just with some people that did it. You know, served his time in the juvenile penal system. You know, got out and, you know, try to reform his life. The brother just got caught up into some type of aggravated assault and dislodging a firearm. So he's facing up to 99 years in prison. And I hate to see that for Charleston White. You know what I'm saying? I don't know all the details and the severity of the details and what happened, but I hate that for him. You know what I'm saying? And again, like I always say, man, our people come up, we get these chances. You know what I'm saying? We get this little money, man. We get a little something to ourselves, and then we just don't know how to fucking act. Well, like they say, money don't do shit but project who you already are. So, you know, it's crazy, man. So Remo says Trump can't interfere with the policies of private businesses that governments overreach. I don't know about that, Remo. I don't know. Because you got to think about it.
Nowadays.
Yeah, because a lot of these private, but again, Fox, but a lot of these private entities are aligning themselves with the likes of Trump. You know what I'm saying? Or with the likes of Elon because of the financial backing or because of the things that they can get done. Yeah, so I don't know, Remo. Again, like both my panelists stated tonight, man. Shit's about to get tricky, or it can be tricky.
Yeah, I'm not inclined to laugh at Trump. I'm more inclined to cry these days. The way he's taking an axe to the federal government. I mean, I rely on parts of it. I mean, right now I rely on Medicaid. So all I can do is sit here with my fingers crossed that my very much necessary for staying alive care isn't fucked with too much.
Yeah, most definitely.
It's not you. The military vets that get their DD-214s, they worry about their government business. A lot of them don't work no more. Trump's about to turn that off too.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention when you were talking about the wrongful conviction, which always sucks, obviously. And I was not familiar with that case in particular, but you guys remember the Central Park Five, right?
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely.
You
Yeah.
remember the front page ad that Trump took out right around that
Yeah.
time?
Yep.
Yeah.
Bring back our police, bring back the death penalty. Yikes.
Yeah. I think I read an article about certain states on about a month ago about the death penalties.
Well, I was
And
just
how
I was thinking earlier about, everybody's talking about Doge and how they're just, taking, feeding, as Elon Musk put it, feeding, whole programs to the wood chipper. You're not going to see him messing with anything that has to do with control or law enforcement. If anything, they're going to be beefing that up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Charleston White, though. Let's get up out of here on Charleston. Charleston White is in custody in Texas on charges of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. While circumstances surrounding the case remain scarce, of this writing, online jail records showed that White, whose film Wrong Address recently debuted on Tubi, was currently in custody at a correction center in the Fort Worth area. A pair of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon charges are listed, as is booking date February the 18th. Complex has reached out to the Tarrant County Sheriff's Office for comment. This story may be updated. Last October, White was arrested on animal cruelty and aggravated assault charges, also in Tarrant County. 1 year prior, it is reported that White had been arrested on similar charges again in Texas. It wasn't immediately clear whether the latest arrest was related to these prior alleged incidents. Speculations on what may have transpired was rampant on social media Wednesday, though no official statements have been made as of this writing, either from Wright or the arresting agency. So it says in a recently released interview from Terrence Gangster Williams, White was asked would what what he would tell a young person who's headed down the wrong path, prompting the comedian to speak about the impact of incarceration. So he's not a comedian. He took on the role of trying to be a comedian, but Charles Wright is not a comedian, man. He didn't come out as no damn comedian. I hate when people do that. Okay, it says try to figure out what he wants to do other than going to jail. Point it out to him, he said, as seen below. Okay, it's a video. And then he said, then let him know once he goes to jail, then he can come back and be a better person. I don't agree with that. So a lot of this shit Charles White said was crazy. Meanwhile, on a recent episode of Shannon Sharp's Club Shay, Gilly the Kid was asked about White's comment about the death of his son. He said, I can't respect the N-word like that because of what I know you for. He said, Gilly said, after indicating that he had not and would not accept an apology from White, when I asked, what would you do? What do you know of him or think about him? He said, you ain't did nothing. You got on the internet at 40 something years old, a N word that had nothing going on and disrespected N words as they put work in. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they were saying. But a lot of people don't know, even though Charles and White antics are wild. And again, I don't wish jail on nobody, and I don't know what happened to him that made him do whatever he did. But a lot of people don't know Charleston White was in those congressional sessions. He was fighting for youth. He did start youth programs. He did go back to jail. He was really doing a lot of the shit that we didn't see. And to his, not defending him, but because I wouldn't have went this route. So he said people weren't listening to him when he was being positive. So he figured, hell, he'll act like an N word, and that's when people start paying him attention. So he used that avenue to get people to listen to him and to see who he is, and then he tried to bring him into the side of him going into these council meetings and fighting for people. And then he also said that a lot of the community, they stopped supporting him. I remember when he tried to do that thing with the women who lost their kids, with the FBG Duck and a few other uh young rapper mothers but that shit wouldn't see. And again, man, I don't know why things like this go wrong. I know why they go wrong because ain't none of that shit genuine. You know, a lot of people do it for the, and I'm not saying that Charles did it or done it for this reason, but a lot of people do it so they can be seen. A lot of people do it for the clickbait. A lot of people, you know what I'm saying, once he got to talking crazy, and just like how they see Orlando Brown as a fucking nut
You
job.
said
You know what I'm
clickbait. I
saying?
wouldn't tell you that. It's just
Yeah.
clickbait.
Yeah, clickbait. But again, you know, but people don't know that he really did get out here and do a lot of things. So Ms. Kimber says every congressional district has case managers. She says it's important to pay attention to what they need from the public in order to protect their constituent. Facts. That's why, you know, but big ups to Charles the White Man. I hope that brother uh, uh, you know, get out of his situation. But that's true, what Miss Kimber said, and that's why I always tell people, man, you know, when we go out here and vote, and we want to vote for the presidents, and we don't look at the senators, we don't look at the state representatives, we don't look at the judges, we don't look at the sheriffs of the county that we're voting for. We don't look at the appellate or the circuit court judges. We don't look
Some
at the
people do.
aldermen. We don't. Yeah, some people do, but not all.
Not
That's a small
all of them. Not all of them.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's a small percentage, man. I guarantee you right now, I don't give a hell whether you white, yellow, black, or brown, bro. You go into your community, go outside and ask the people how often are aldermen elected. I bet you can't nobody tell you. I bet you can't. They don't even know. A lot of people don't even know these. So again, and it's not only the people that you're voting for, like Miss Kimber said, every congressional district has a case manager, and it's important to pay attention to what they need from the public in order to protect their constituents. So like learn who's supporting them and learn what they're about and really get in tune and start going to a lot of these sessions and where you can talk. She actually yesterday, I got on late, but our congressional district person is Robin Lee Kelly. And they had a phone call last night about certain things in the community and what they trying to bring and do. Like that was good information. I appreciate her for doing that. Like I say, so you know, that's why I gave her a big ups, you know what I'm saying, at the beginning of the program. You know, she's really in tune. And I want a lot of my brothers and sisters. It don't matter. And listen, it ain't just gotta be where I'm at, man, wherever you at. I don't give a hell what color you are. You know, and I do, but I don't, because you know most people have a lot of more things afforded to them and more resources depending upon where they stay at. But for my melanated individuals, man, it's important that we understand and figure out what this political thing is, man. We go get that damn book, Political Science for Dummies. And if you don't want to go get that book, hashtag us pap in the chat, man. United States Pan African Melanated Political Party. And come on over here, man, and we can teach you a little something about these politics. You can put your money into me and my cabinet and what the fuck we got going on. You know what I'm saying? You know, hey, Miss Kimber part of my cabinet, man. She gonna be leading the way. Hey, Fox, you in that too. You go. Hey, if I was president, I'm putting Fox's head on my motherfucking educational department. I'm putting Professor Remo as part of head of my defense department. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting Frank. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hey, Frank, you got a job too. Frank, you handling all the DEIs. Frank, that's gonna be your job.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I'm telling you, man, I got this shit. Oh, he say, Black Graham say they serve 4-year terms here in Chicago. Okay, man. All right, we glad you know. I wasn't saying, you know what, you smart dingbat. Yeah, but for real though, bro. Coach Ricky, a lot of brothers and sisters don't know that, man. Like around the world, bro. That's why I say I don't care what color you are. You can go outside of your neighborhood right now and ask 10 people. 2 of them probably will tell you the right answer. And I don't want to say it like that because, you know, a lot of people don't be in tune, in touch with politics. But he say, I'm sick. He say, I'm sick and savage. But on that note, man, hey, man, we didn't came to that time, man. It was a great discussion, man. Hey, Brother Master Teacher, go ahead and close us out.
Oh, you called me. I was about to like leave.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, go ahead.
I want to do the Irishman goodbye. He called me. Yeah, man, no, this is a great discussion. We talked about politics. We talked about a lot of different categories of how the government's running. So as I always say, I get the same love as the same love I want to receive. Keep the show going. You know, I'll try to tune in tomorrow and whenever you're online. But you got to have these conversations because most people are scared to talk about it because don't nobody want to know who you voted for or what your views are because it's going to clash. And I think that's necessary in life. Yeah. So take care, Doc. I'll talk to you later. I'll chip in when I can. I get ready for teaching. So Zen.
Appreciate you, brother. It's always a pleasure. Brother Frank, go ahead and close us out, Brother Frank. And also, Brother Frank, let the people know where they can find your Twitch stream.
All right.
And what you're doing.
Well, first off, Fox. Hopefully he hears this somehow, but I dig the color palette, the orange over yellow. That's my kind of look. And also applauding his restraint the other night when I was watching back something from 1 or 2 nights ago where Club Can't Get In was starting to go in on some flat earth stuff. And I guess as a science teacher, requires a lot of restraint not to just sort of dive in head first. Because, man, I'm watching that and like I see a flat earther in the wild, I'm going to go in hard on him. There's going to be a debate. So if you're clear, if you need an hour to fill, get me on the panel with that, man.
You know what? I might have to find a flat earther for you. That'll be a good debate.
You have one. Club Can't Get In, right? Unless
No, Club Can't Get In. No, I'm talking about a real strong. I'm
okay. So he's kind of joking. Is what you told me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna find a real debate, and I'm gonna let y'all have at them.
All
I'll
right.
let them know it'll be a debate too. But go ahead. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that was all I had really. And I was gonna also compliment you on the logo you got going on with the bearded dude up over the city. Where'd you come up with that, or where'd you get that from?
So the guy that I interviewed on one of the Bearded Studio sessions, the Quaalude interview, that brother was nice and humble enough to drop me a few logos, and he told me I could use them, didn't have to wouldn't charge me nothing for them or nothing like that. So shit, it was all love. He gave me free reign and created them for me. So yeah, I like that one too. Yeah, that's why I try to put the head on now.
Wonder if that's an AI, which I mean, I'm not saying that would lessen it at all. But yeah, I think it looks cool.
No, we don't want you to debate, man. We don't want you to debate. We ain't talking about to get him a week here debate. But yeah, but so let the people know where they can find you on Twitch, man. When you
yeah, when you the way you put up the title cards right now, so on like under your name it says Chicago's #1 podcast. Under my name is where you can find me, twitch.tv /philosophies.
Y'all see it, twitch.tv /philosophies, man. Make sure y'all go check my boy Frank out. Also, man, my homeboy Club Can't Get In, man. Make sure y'all going over there, sub up to his channel, man. He be playing his music from his artists and stuff like that, man. It's a good vibes, man. It's a good time, so make sure y'all check him out. Make sure y'all go sub up to Brother Franklin's podcast. Man, and that's it, man. That's all we got for the night, man. Hey, y'all know what it is, man. Let's keep everybody in our thoughts, prayers, views, and meditations. Let's keep everyone in our thoughts, our prayers, views, and meditations. One last time. Let's keep everyone in our thoughts, prayers, views, and meditations. And y'all know what it is, man. All superheroes don't wear capes, but they still need their theme music. So with that being said, man, to all my superheroes, all my Beardonians, and all my beautiful people, man, y'all theme music, man. Tonight was a great night too, man. I appreciate everybody for tuning in and jumping in the building, man. Also, man, if y'all still here in the building, man, don't forget.
Like the video, man. Thumb up the video, man. Like the video, man. Thumb up the video, man.
Like he said, hey, and I got enough people in the building right now. All I need you to do is pull out your phone, share with 3 people, tell those 3 more people to share with 3 more people, man. Come on, man. Let's get these subs up. Let's get these likes up, man. And come on over here for Bearded Conversation, man. And let's have a good discussion. With that being said, man, and no further ado, let's get that theme music.
Yeah, we coming off the block with this one. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah. What you doing? Bearded Conversation, homie, tap in. Why you hate?
You already know we locked in the world's greatest. Broadcasting live and they love us, but don't judge us. The hood lovers. Hey, man, appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight, man, to another great episode of Bearded Conversation. Hey, don't forget to be tuning in every Monday through Thursday, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Central Time, y'all. Also, man, I got a great interview coming up tomorrow, man. We got a double bubble, man. I got a great interview coming up tomorrow on Bearded Studios, Young Boy C. And then Saturday, we got another great interview coming up on Bearded Studios, man. Hey, Ben Crump. So make sure y'all tuning in for those. So tomorrow, man, we'll be broadcasting 9 p.m. Central Time to 12, man, with this interview, man. And then, goddamn it, I'll be spending from 9 to 5 in the morning, Saturday night, y'all. So we're going to bring y'all a double bubble, man. I usually don't do Bearded Studio on Saturday, but, man, we got a brother that want to get in with an interview, man. So we're going to do it, we're going to get it, and we're going to get this work. Hey, same black time, same black channel. Talk black to me, y'all. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Like I tell y'all every night, man. Without y'all, there wouldn't be no Bearded Conversation, man. So those that fuck with us, fuck with us. Those that don't, fuck with us anyway.
Bearded Conversation, homie, tap in. Why you hating? You already know we locked in the world's greatest. Broadcasting live and they love it, but don't judge us. Got it off the block, giving it back to hood lovers. Bearded Conversation, homie, tap in. Why you hating? You already know we locked in the world's greatest. Broadcasting live and they love it, but don't judge us. Got it off the block, giving it back. Come on. The hood lovers. The hood lovers. Off the block, giving it back. Bearded Conversation off the block, giving it back. Bearded Conversation off the block, giving it back. Bearded Conversation off the block, giving it back.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Another good one, y'all, man. Big ups to all my followers, fans, viewers, and subscribers. Big ups to all my moderators. Big ups to everybody that just tuned in. God damn it, if you ain't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Man, big ups to everybody, man. Peace and blessings to the family, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all and for everything that y'all do, man. Again, you know, this be my therapy, man. So I appreciate y'all for listening to me. I appreciate y'all listening to my panelists, man. Big ups to my panelists too, man. Philosophies, Brother Big Frank and Fox for tuning in tonight, man. And don't forget to go follow Philosophies at Twitch.com/philosophy. Twitch TV.com/philosophies, man. But with that being said, man, hey, y'all know what it is, man. When we come together, man, may we always meet on a level. Once we're in each other's presence, may we always be humble and plumb. And when we leave each other's presence, may we always part on the square. With that being said, man, peace and blessings, y'all. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow to Bearded Studios, 9 to 12, man. Young Boy C will be in the building. Peace.